Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the BioChef Savana food dehydrator. Now this is going to be a little bit of a different review, guys. I do like dehydrating food, and the reason for it is when you're out hunting, camping, or just trekking, a lot of the times you don't have access to a fridge, especially if you're gone for a substantial amount of time, even just a couple of days. So why I like having dehydrated food on me is you have quality food. Rather than having to break open a packet of biscuits or chips or something like that, that's just not going to give you the nutrients you need when you're actually hiking around and moving around outdoors in the bush. So anyhow, let's have a look at it a bit closer here. This is the actual dehydrator itself. I'll show you first of all what it comes with. So I've got the 9 tray version here. Now when you first have a look at this on biochef.com.au, they actually give you the option, whether you want 6 trays, 9 trays or 12 trays, because it does take up to 12 trays. So I got 9 trays, so I've put 6 in there now. Now we've got some extras here. There's another 3 of the stainless trays. We've got some fine mesh trays here. And then last of all, we've got some non-stick trays. So depending on what sort of foods that you're dehydrating, you're going to have a tray for each one of those. And last of all, we've got the manual here, and the manual's really good. It's not in English all the way. English is just the first part, so what I'm getting at is it only takes up the first sort of 10 odd pages, and it's going to give you all the information you need. Talks about dehydrating in general, and then gives you a rough guideline on different foods, what sort of thickness to cut them up at to get the optimal results and so forth. So it's well worth reading. Now, as for the actual characteristics of it, the physical dimensions, so we've got 51 centimetres long, 40 centimetres wide, and 34.5 centimetres high. So, it's a decent size. I did originally have one from Aldi. Well, I actually had 2 of them because they both broke down. And, I just thought, what am I doing? I need to buy something that's decent quality. And I just did a search on the net, guys, and this biochef.com.au came up and seemed to have some pretty good, online reviews and feedback from people who had one. So I thought, well, bugger it, I'm just going to buy one and see how it goes. And I must admit, I've only used it a couple of times so far, and I am very impressed with it. So it weighs 12 kilos. The opening door at the front here is just like a conventional oven. So there is glass, so it's good because you can actually look at the dehydrated food, as the dehydration process goes on. You can open it, adjust, move things around, whatever. It's really straightforward. Now, it does come in a black case, okay? That's the only option that you've got. And the plastic on the outside is BPA free, so which is good because, there's arguments that causes cancer, if you don't have BPA-free plastics and stuff like that around heat. Now, the stainless steel trays there are fully able to be put in the dishwasher, no problems there whatsoever. Just if you've got the non-stick or the fine mesh tray there and you're using them, then you're just going to have to wash them by hand. Now, there's a couple of different modes on this, and this is why I really wanted this particular food dehydrator. Now, we've got a fast mode, okay, which will dehydrate in about 2 hours, which is just sensational. When I've used it at that, what I find is sometimes I just have to put it on for double that at the fast mode, so I'm actually dehydrating for 4 hours. Now the regular or normal mode, you will dehydrate up to about 10 hours, so it's quite a considerable amount of time. And then what it does, once it finishes dehydrating at whatever mode you have it set at, is it drops back to this warm mode where it sits on roughly about 30 degrees, just until you basically open the door and take the food out of there. So that might be good if you're at work and you've left this on through the day. Talking about leaving it on, power consumption, okay, it has 2 actual motors in it, okay. This is why I want it, because when it uses the 2 motors, that's what allows you to have that fast mode where it basically dehydrates at 70 degrees. If you're just using the 1 motor, it'll dehydrate at 50 degrees. So Each motor is 500 watts. So if you're using both of the motors there in the fast mode, well, it's 1,000 watts of power, okay? So especially people who've got solar these days, you know, perfect time just to leave it on during the day so it's not costing you a lot of money to run. Now the trays on it, guys, the dimensions on them is 39 centimetres by 34.5. So as I said, I've got 9. So, you know, that's a fair amount of food that you can put on there and dehydrate. Now it comes with a 3-year warranty. So I thought that was another good sign too, that obviously the product is at least half decent, that they've offered a 3-year warranty instead of 12 months. And the price of it, as you see here, is $499. So I paid $499 and basically it's delivered to the door. So pretty happy with that, no complaints there. Okay, so what we'll do, guys, is we'll cut up some different fruits. Okay, so what I want to do is just reference this so you can see what we need to do here. So we just go to the different fruits here. So what we'll do is we're going to cut up some apples. Now they're saying that the time on fast mode is 2. Okay, so now a lot of the times, you know, it will give you a recommendation here on cut into, you know, like pineapple, 6mm slices or wedges, you know, 10mm slices, depending on what it is. So what I find with apple is I just cut up into a couple of mil and it's fine. So what we'll do is, look, I'm not going to reference it or bore you with this anymore. This is just to show you, but I'm just going to cut up some different fruits now ready for dehydration. Okay, so there's the apples done. As you can see, I haven't got any of them overlapping because obviously that'd slow up the dehydration process. Okay, so you'll notice with the banana here, what I've done is I've put it on the non-stick tray, because what I find is once you start dehydrating banana in particular, it can get stuck to the mesh there on the stainless steel tray. So we'll just put that one in. Okay, so there's the peaches. And now we've got the apricots going in. Hit the on button at the front and you'll see what happens. Okay, now it comes on as 70 degrees and for 2 hours. Now it's very easy. You can change the temperature even in Celsius or Fahrenheit. You can also put into warm mode, whatever you want. It's very easy to understand and easy to use. So all we need to do here is just set, okay, and it'll flash the timer. So if we wanted to increase the time, we can just put it up there to 4 hours. Okay, so I'll just leave it on that just for the sake of this part of the review, and we'll check on it after 2 hours. Now if we want to change the temperature, just hit it again, and you can, ran out of time. There we go. It's a bit quicker there. So, and you can change it up and down as much as you want. As I say, it's a maximum there of 70 degrees. So as you can see here, it's on fast mode, so it'll easily tell you which it's on, fast or regular. So fast is going to be using the dual fan. If we go down to regular, then it'll only use 1. Okay, so we want fast, we want it to be able to dehydrate on that higher temperature. So that's it. As you can see, guys, too, look, fairly quiet, between sort of 50 and 65 decibels, depending whether you have it in the fast or regular mode. But I'll just let you listen to that for a couple of seconds so you can hear what it sounds like. So yeah, the apple has come out really quite nice. Then we've got the peach, so they're quite nice there. And then the apricot, dehydrated, lovely. But then we've got the banana here. So what I've noticed is, yeah, we're dry on top here, but still a little bit wet on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just flip these over and put them in for another hour so the bottom of the actual banana can be dehydrated. Okay guys, so as you can see, you know, the food comes out really nice, and the flavour of it, just unreal. The intensity of the flavour is really strong. You know, it's just condensed down into that small dehydrated piece. And as I say, you know, I like to have this when I'm out, you know, walking around on the farm and things. It's just a lot healthier than eating a pack of chips or something like that, you know, we normally take out with us. Now, on the other side of this too, like, you know, you don't have to be limited just to fruits and vegetables. You know, you can make beef jerky as well, and that's something that I'd like to definitely do, you know, especially with mixing in like chili and stuff like that, you know, to different flavors that you like. And I just think it's a great idea. Overall, I'm very, very happy with the dehydrator, and I've still got a lot to learn, you know. It's just trial and error, it really is. Some fruits will take a certain amount of time, and then other fruits just won't work at all at that same time. So you either have to cut it thinner or you just put the dehydrator on for longer, but you'll work it out, you know, it's pretty straightforward. So anyhow guys, as I say, the price, $499 with the 9 trays, and then the extra finer mesh and non-stick trays. So I have to say I'm pretty happy with the purchase, and I'm going to do a lot more with it in the future. So if you do like this video and you'd like to see some recipes, you know, on like doing things like beef jerky and stuff like that, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. Even if you have some ideas of your own, please comment below. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.